Hail Mary time for Jacksonville. Can we make a miracle happen? Why would you pass it? Kevin, we'll take a handoff, cut it in left side, and there it goes. This game's honestly kind of getting boring at this point. Kind of wish this guy would just leave. Yep. You gonna leave yet? DJ Catalan across the 10 and no one's gonna catch him. Oh my god, I scored! It's Marquise Lee breaking a tackle! Are you kidding? Marquise Lee! What is up, guys? My name is SirEmCeeCoy. Welcome to part 1 of the preseason. I don't know if it's something that I did or just the way that I've been editing or whatever, but I've only done 2 games so far, and it's 18 minutes long. So there is that. On top of that, I did have to make some changes. I've been having a lot of issues with this. I had a set of sliders, and I went through them, and they were just complete garbage. They weren't even remotely good. So I went through and completely trashed the entire thing, restarted, and with restarting, it actually, I clicked a different roster. I think I picked the most updated instead of the preseason one. So I'm just going through the roster here in the background so you can see all the updated overalls for different players. As you saw, Kirk Cousins was like an 84 overall. So he's obviously our starter now. Before I was leaning towards him as the starter, but from jumping to like a 70 something, I forget, I think it was like a 74, something like that, 71, I don't know, but jumping from that to an 84 makes it a lot easier for me to choose to have him as our starting quarterback. Otherwise, there aren't really too many huge differences. Well, Jordan Reed's a 95 overall, and we have Alex Smith. So I guess I'd be lying if I said there weren't some major differences. Alfred Morris dropped like an 82. Trent Williams 89. The offensive line, I just kind of fly through it. I don't want to say because the offensive line isn't important, because obviously they are, but you know what I'm saying. Moving on, defense. Chris Baker, he was a defensive tackle. They moved him to left end, so he's an 81 overall. Stephen Pay is an 80. Jason Hatcher, 85 overall, right end. I don't remember if we had him. Terrence Knighton, of course, 92 overall. Ryan Kerrigan, 87 overall, left outside linebacker. We also have Junior Gillette. I didn't know that happened, so he's going to be our left outside linebacker. And then at middle linebacker, Perry Riley Jr. at 77, along with Keenan Robinson. This is going to make things interesting. So I go through here and I compare stats. You see Perry Riley has a better tackling by 1. His hit power is way higher. But Keenan Robinson is a lot faster, not as strong, better awareness, same excel, way better agility. Power moves aren't as good, finesse better, not as quite as good block shedding, but he's got way better play recognition and coverage. So I'd rather have a coverage linebacker considering all the pressure that we can already get with our D-line and outside linebackers. Then we look at corners. And D'Angelo Hall is a free safety now. That is a thing. I didn't know that. And then Duke Aheniko at our other safety. A thing that will soon be changing. I see Trey Boston is here on the trade block, along with Hussein Abdullah, but I'm more interested in Trey Boston. He's a younger player. He's got a perfect blend of speed, coverage, and he can hit. And that's kind of what I like out of my safeties. So I went after him, and we ended up trading Aheniko, Andre Roberts, and a early-ish 7th round pick, and they went for it. So we basically traded his replacement, wide receiver that I was more than likely going to cut, and a 7th round pick, which we had 2 of. So enough about that. Let's start to get into the preseason action. It's going to be a lot of highlights. There isn't going to be much in between play. It's just going to be cutting, jumping around through the game, just showing big plays or plays that I find to be significant on both sides of the ball for offense and defense. And our opening opponent is the Cleveland Browns, a team that has been struggling for as long as I can ever remember, but they're trying to turn it around this year. We'll see what happens. So we're going to jump right into things. On offense, it's a 3rd down play. We just tossed out to Alfred Morris, and I don't really think it's much of a surprise what Alfred Morris can do. But he does a nice job there, making sure he gets the 1st down. Now we're going to see Kirk Cousins drop back to throw, and he has Deshaun Jackson had a few steps on his defender, but unfortunately he does overthrow it. Now moving forward to a third down play. There's a nice catch by Pierre Garçon. Just early, just showing some of our starters. Obviously we don't score there. Now we're showing a third down and 8. I almost jump offside. They do that a lot in this game. These new trigger things are really rough. And there is a big downfield play to Dwayne Bowe. And one thing that I want is our corners to be more aggressive. I don't really see much of that. That was a nice play. Kerrigan and Trey Boston wrapping Isaiah Crowell in the backfield. I do like to see that. I definitely want to... another beautiful play. That is Keenan Robinson. Looks like I made the right decision trying to start him. But I definitely want to bring pressure a lot. This is a team that can definitely blitz. And I want our defense to basically live and die by the blitz. And here you see on third down and 19, we get another sack. This time it's Terrence Knighton, the man that I expect to be a terror. Terrence Knighton, terror up front. Moving on, offensive time, third down and 10. There is one of the big pieces on our offense, Jordan Reed. Expect amazing things out of Jordan Reed this year. Now it's a third down and goal. We're backed up to the 16-yard line, and Cousins will be sacked. That was kind of unfortunate, and how did we do it? How many points? I think we got a field goal and then a field goal later in the game. Like I said, I'm jumping around all over the place. There's a big hit by rookie Trent Murphy, and he hurt the guy. So it was Daryl Richardson, ex-Brown, and we blitzed and we paid for it. We blitzed the middle, they ran it outside, 37 yards, untouched. Daryl Richardson, I guess that's his first career touchdown. I thought he had a more prominent role in St. Louis, I guess I was wrong. So Cleveland does take the lead. There is our second string tight end, who I had never heard of, Alex Smith, not the quarterback, the tight end. He does a good job breaking tackles there. First and 10, under pressure is Colt McCoy, and somehow that's intercepted. So I was looking for LaRon Bird, and Poyer comes up with it. So we turn the ball over. Cleveland's got the ball a little more than a minute to go in the half, and that is Austin Davis trying to run, and he's sacked by Preston Smith. Third down, Austin Smith running play action. He's got all the time in the world, and downfield finds a wide open receiver. That is a huge run coverage. That could be good. One thing I noticed is our secondary is extremely weak. But that's where the pressure comes in. Ricky Jean-Francois. Like I said, we're going to be living and dying by this blitz. It almost kind of reminds me of the Steelers in a way. We're a team that definitely has the ability to, ability to blitz, but can't really cover as well. So we're hoping for that. There's a screen out to Daryl Richardson, and he just goes all the way. Again, untouched. We just can't seem to stop Daryl Richardson today. And Cleveland is beating us 17-6. One thing I have noticed is Colt McCoy has accuracy issues. Obviously, I'm not going to be searching for a backup in the middle of the year, but I think drafting a quarterback next year, as you see right there, and that is only just one of many examples, drafting a quarterback next year is definitely going to be high up on our priority list. I'm thinking 3rd, 4th, 5th round, depending on how deep the quarterback draft pool is. I haven't really gotten into scouting. I don't think we need one. Tress Way just dropped one inside the 4-yard line. And now it's 3rd down and 9 on the same drive. We see a play action pass from Davis. Avoids pressure and then goes down to rookie Trent Murphy, who is making waves as a backup linebacker. Unfortunately, our linebacker pool seems to be pretty crowded. I'd like to figure out a way to get him more involved if he can keep that up. Again, though, we go 3 and out, and Tress Way, hey, he got it at the 4. This time he gets it at the 3. This punter, he's something special. I think he has 97 kick power, so this guy can boot it. But starting from their own 3-yard line, Cleveland drives it all the way down and does score. So Cleveland just opens things wide open there with that one. It's now 23-8. 9 minutes to go. See Colt McCoy just do the dump underneath to Jamison Crowder, the rookie from Duke, and he shows off some nice moves there with a spin move. We could see some more of that. 1st and 10, Colt McCoy again back to pass. Good protection and to the outside. He finds LaRon He is a big guy, definitely a red zone target. I'd like to see a little more of him involved. There's definitely going to be a lot of sub packages during the regular season just to get everyone involved. And again, we'll see pressure get in on play action, and it is Ricky Jean-Francois getting another sack. So here we go, just some numbers for Colt McCoy. Not exactly his best night. Started out pretty accurate, and then he's just been throwing the ball all over. But that is where the game ended. We weren't really able to get much else going there at the end of the game. But it's preseason, you know? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So we start out 0-1, defeated by the Browns. That one kind of stings a little bit. Offense, not good. We only really scored one touchdown. It was defense with a safety and 2 field goals. And as you see, the Browns beat us in every way. Every single stat, they had an advantage on us. We've got to work on that. So now we're moving on to some cuts. We're going to cut Chris Thompson. We have a pretty deep running back pool. He's not really going to have much time. And same goes with tight ends. There are definitely going to be multiple tight ends cut here as we cut. I believe that was Jensen. Logan Paulson will be cut. Moving on, we see Nick Sundberg, center, and we end up cutting him. And we're going to keep rookie Austin Ryder around. Or are we? Just kidding. Goodbye, Austin Ryder. We cut the rookie. And then we also have a butt ton of middle linebackers. Not really sure why. So we're going to cut a few here. I only needed to cut 5, but I'm going to end up cutting 7. And we're going to move on. So here we go. The next game for the preseason. We are going to be home for this one. And we are facing the Detroit Lions. A team that, despite having a lot of talent, has been struggling lately. Even with Matthew Stafford. I don't think Reggie Bush is playing at this point in time, but I don't even think Reggie Bush is there anymore. Oh, jeez. I don't know. It's really late. It's 2 a.m. I'm doing this right now at 2 a.m. And, of course, Megatron. I think I already said him. Matthew Stafford, Megatron, whatever. In the backfield is Theo Riddick, and they're going to get a handoff to him. He blitz middle again, and he got some crazy blocks. He'll run that for a big gain on us. 17 yards on his first run. That's never a good sign. On 3rd down now, Matthew Stafford feeling pressure, but gets this one off. And this was a good play by Trey Boston. That is how you defend a pass. Trey Boston apparently needs to be giving lessons out to some of our other players. 1st and 10, we'll see Cousins drop back, and he throws a perfect throw to rookie Jamison Crowder. I've been extremely impressed out of Kirk Cousins' play so far. I'd like to see more of that when it translates to regular season. On the run, well, Theo Riddick is going nowhere on this one. Terrence Linton with a big play in the backfield. I expected a lot of that out of him in the regular season. I see a run outside for Theo Riddick, and this time he goes backwards again. It is Junior Gillette making the play. So our starting defense looks good. I like what we've seen out of them. On the punt return, it is the speedster Deshaun Jackson. We know he's dangerous. Has a nice juke. He sheds one tackle, breaks away from another, and then is brought down. I just like, good determination there. 2 broken tackles on Deshaun Jackson. Those are the kind of plays that open up bigger punt returns in the future. On play action, Stafford doesn't really stand a chance. It's Jason Hatcher getting in the backfield and getting a sack. So you're seeing a lot of sacks from really a lot of different people. A jet sweep. Yeah, I don't think really any of us saw that coming. TJ Jones, he'll pick up 13 yards. I just realized I was punched over and I was really looking at my phone. Sorry if that was loud. 3rd down and 3, out to the outside, and that is Ryan Spadola making that catch. Who? Yeah, Ryan Spadola. So, we're in the 2nd now. It's our backup team, and that's Colt McCoy right there for you. Not really surprising anyone with that throw. They get a field goal out of it. It's now 10-0. We see a nice pass downfield to Alex Smith with a pretty impressive preseason. He was definitely a good safety blanket as a tight end should be. And he would be a pretty good second tight end. But there is a nice catch on the outside by LaRon Bird. He made a lot of impressive plays. Definitely a guy that is going to secure himself a roster spot with his play. On 1st down, we'll see a pass back, and holy cow, Pierre Thomas apparently can catch. What a play there by Pierre Thomas. I like it. 1st down, now Detroit has the ball, and there is our run stop. It's rookie Trenton Murphy who's been making a lot of impact early. it's going to be hard to not play him. But our outside linebacker is fierce. And on 3rd and 9, this is what I'm talking about. You have got to be more aggressive on a play like that. When you as a defender have the advantage from the get-go, you've got to make sure a wide receiver doesn't have that. But on 3rd and 3, it's Kendrick Golston getting the sack on Detroit's quarterback. So they again salvage a field goal, so it's a 6-point game, and I decided to put in rookie running back Matt Jones out of Florida over Pierre Thomas. We had him at backup fullback, and he made some really nice runs, and he impressed me immediately right there. And then there's a nice pass downfield. I don't remember that receiver's name, honestly. Colin Lockett. That is not Tyler Lockett. Colin Lockett. That'll set up 1st and goal. Now we hand it off to Matt Jones. A big juke move, and Matt Jones walks in. And if he's going to keep making plays like that, well, we'll see what happens with Matt Jones in the future. But a huge juke to fool the defender, and then he just walks into the end zone, bouncing off of his own lineman. And he gives Washington the lead. I've been extremely impressed with Matt Jones this preseason thus far. And then in the backfield, it's Joyke Bell running, and it's Trent Murphy stopping. I said Trent Murphy is one of the few players that's impressed me as a 2nd-string defense. Whoever that was in coverage, not one of those guys. That guy is going to run all the way down to the 25-yard line. These are a lot of backups, so I'm not sure on names. I believe that was T.J. Jones making the reception. Also, if I get names confused on my team, I'm still learning. And then they go downfield. That is Brandon Pettigrew. And that's not Brandon Pettigrew. Again, I don't know names, but that's a touchdown. Now we're going to see a pitch out to Matt Jones, and he has got a lot of open space. He goes from the 50 all the way to the 18. A beautiful 32-yard run from Matt Jones. At that point, he's up over 75 yards in this game. He just kind of took over the run game, and then there's Colt McCoy just doing what Colt McCoy does. And the only guy that can possibly catch him is LaRon Byrd, and he will eventually catch him, but not until he's down inside the 15-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal for Detroit, trying to score again. This could potentially put this game out of reach. It's rookie Amir Abdullah. He's met at the line, but is able to get into the end zone. So Detroit now with a 14-point lead. We're at the 2-minute warning. Colt McCoy airing it out, and oh my God, LaRon Byrd. What a catch. 1st down and goal now. We're going to see a handoff to Matt Jones, and he's going to be in. Holding through a defender to get into the end zone. Matt Jones has been very impressive coming in. But unfortunately, despite his play of LaRon Byrd and Trent Murphy, we are not able to come away with the win. But you see our run game was very impressive. They were able to outpass us, but unfortunately the takeaway was very crucial. And Matt Jones finished with 12 rushes for 88 yards. That's a 7.3 average. Matt Jones may not be our starter, but Matt Jones is most definitely our backup. Going to cuts, Silas Red, I thought I was going to use you, but after the play of Matt Jones, we have no need for you. Rashad Ross is going to be cut as we just have too many wide receivers. Derek Carrier will be cut. Again, too many tight ends. Moving on, rookie Ari Khan, I don't know how to pronounce his name, out of Bama will be cut. And then a questionable one, Kendrick Golston will be cut, but you'll see why here in a minute. The free agents, there's Louis Nix III, just 1 overall less, but way more upside. So that's it for this first episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is SirEmCeeCoy, and expect preseason episode 2 to be out very, very soon.